The banks, especially the big ones, tend to focus on profit first, not customers. Been living in Blackburn for the last 8 years. We bought our first home here back in 2012, and when we first saw the neighborhood, we fell in love with it because of the greenery around the area, and this was the closest that we could get to the city and actually being close to nature as well. I started my career in Deloitte as a consultant and eventually moved into banking. And in banking, I've had multiple roles, including being in one of the big banks in Australia, one of the big four. And during that time, I learned a lot about finance, mortgages, and all that, and realized that the banks, especially the big ones, tend to focus on profit first, not customers. And when we first bought our home, I approached the bank, and to my surprise, I couldn't get a rate equivalent to what a mortgage broker could get from the same bank. So as a banker and someone who understands finance, I thought applying for a mortgage would be straightforward and easy. And what surprised me is the process. Not so much about understanding interest rates or repayments, but just the forms, the documentation, interacting with people, or being asked questions that, didn't really matter, sort of really put in a lot of, I would say, stress and anxiety to my already busy schedule. And when it came to working with Athena, that sort of streamlined and ease the burden of actually trying to get a mortgage, which is, a big portion of anyone's financial focus in most families, including ours. The entire experience was so painless compared to when I was applying it through a big bank. The number of documentation required, the number of forms that I needed to fill. In this case, it was totally streamlined. It was so straightforward. And the thing that I liked the most about working with Athena was that the communication was easy. Someone with a young family and including a teenager who is going to be, going into university soon, obviously our main focus is, one, setting him up for the future. And I guess at the moment, what we find is that we have that level of assurance that we have this safety for our financial future, not only in terms of being able to provide for our son's education, but also to actually utilize the funds that we have saved up for a family trip or a holiday. And I guess our main focus right now is definitely to pay off the house loan as fast as possible, as most people would, to free us off. And I guess in this sense, Athena's helping us do that. By switching to Athena, my family and I have saved over $200,000. And now that's more money in our pockets than a big bank.